Good morning, students. After understanding the stages and levels of listener, now I am going to explain you about the types of listeners. So first and the basic types of listener is discriminative listening. In discriminative listening, it's a very basic types of listening which is differentiated by the sounds. The listeners identify the sounds which has been produced by the speaker and then accordingly identify the language, and as per the listening sounds, listener is going to identify the content also. The second type of listeners is known as comprehension listening. It's the next level of the listening. In comprehension listening, it's also known as content listening, informative listening, and full listening also. We know that in communications, some of the words are important for us and some are the less important for us. So, as per the comprehension listening, listeners is going to observe only those words, only those sounds which are important for the listeners. So comprehension listeners are going to extract the key benefits of the content. The third type of listening is known as critical listening. Critical listening is a type of listening which evaluate and judge the complete communications. So after listening critically means actively listening, they are going to judge the communications or they are going to evaluate the communications. You can say the doctors and judges are the most appropriate examples of critical listening. Next type of listening is biased listening. Biased listening is a type of listeners who only listen those words which they want to listen. Means they ignore all other words which they don't want to grab. Listeners accepts only those words, those sounds which they wants to listen. Evaluating listening is same as the critical listening. In this listening again, listeners are going to decide that what is truth and what is wrong, and on that basis listener is going to judge and going to give the judgment. Next types of listening is appreciate listening. In appreciate listening, we seek certain information which will appreciate, for example, that which help meets our needs only, our goals only. So in these kinds of listeners, they only listen what is their needs or what is going to appropriate as per their goals, right? So these were the types of listening. Go through it and ask me if you have any questions, any doubts. Thank you.